Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh and a very good day to my lecturer. Today, we want to make a presentation for a subject Construction, Industrial and Building Technology for code BPE 13502. Okay, so we decided to choose the topic Earthwork for Construction. Okay, so this is my group members. Okay, so first is Muhammad Zuhazli bin Matsin. Second is Nur Atika binti Abdul Aziz. Third is Nurul Syafinas binti Jami'an. Fourth is Nur Hanifah Hazwani binti Meskinan. And the last one is Natasha Nabila binti Nur Mahdi. Okay, first and foremost, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Nur Atika binti Abdul Aziz. My matrix number is AP190319. Okay, for the presentation, okay, I will start in the next slide. Okay, so what is earthwork? Okay, so earthwork is the process that involving excavate, transported and compacted the surface of the earth at another location. There are four main processes in earthwork, that is excavation, transportation, unloading and compaction. Earthwork mainly carry out the early stage of the construction. Okay, completion of earthwork within the prescribed program time is often the key to the completion of time of the whole project. That means the earthwork is the important work in construction project. In earthwork, there are three types of work. Okay, so the first is site clearance, the work that removal of light scrub, trees, existing structures and topsoil. Second, in excavation of trenches and foundation. That means the small size excavation happen when the large bulk earth moving plant cannot be used. And the lastly is a bulk excavation. That means the excavation that make the larger excavation work such as cut and fill, shallow cut and fill, and also basement excavation. Okay, so next is 7 form of earthwork. First is stabilizing, second is loosening, third is excavating, fourth is aiding, fifth is moving, sixth is disposing, and the lastly is the finishing. So the important thing that form of earthwork is stabilizing and finishing. So let's we see the meaning of. Okay, stabilizing is the retrofitting of the platform of the foundation as constructed for the purpose of improving the bearing capacity and the levelness of the supported building. Soil failure can occur on the slope, a slope failure or a landslide, or in a flat area due to the liquefaction or a water-saturated land and a mud. Generally, deep piling or foundation must be driven into the soil, solid soil, okay, typical hard mass or a sand or the underlying bedrock. Lastly is the finishing. A concrete finisher is a skilled straight person who are work in concrete by placing, finishing, protecting and repairing concrete in engineering and construction project. Concrete finisher are often responsible for setting the concrete form, ensuring they have the correct depth and pitch. Concrete finisher place the concrete either directly from the concrete wagon chute, concrete pump, concrete skip, or the wheelbarrow. So after leveling the concrete, they are smooth the surface using either a hand trowel, a long-handed bull float, or by using a power float. So that's all from me, and I will give to the next presenter. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum to my lecturer. My name is Nurul Syafinas binti Jami'an. I will continue to present the form of earthwork. The first form is stabilizing. Stabilizing earth is soil constructed with artificial reinforcing. It can be used for retaining walls, bridge abutments, seawalls and dikes. Stabilizing prevent caving. Next, retaining walls are relatively rigid walls used for supporting soil laterally so that it can be retained at different levels on the two sides. Retaining walls are structures designed to restrain soil to a slope that it would not naturally keep to typically a steep, near vertical or vertical slope. Next, a dam is a barrier that stops or restricts the flow of water or underground stream. Dams generally serve the primary purpose of retaining water, while other structures such as floodgates or levees, also known as dike, are used to manage or prevent water flow into specific land region. My next point is loosening soil. Earthwork involves the loosening, plastering, and air hammering. Earthwork are carried out to provide a level terrace or bench with an even longitudinal slope on which the drainage and camber can be built. Blasting is the controlled use of explosive and other methods such as gas pressure blasting, pyrotechnic, to break rock for excavation. It is practiced most often in mining, quarrying, and civil engineering such as dam, tunnel, or road construction. The result of rock blasting is often known as a rock out. Lastly, we use air hammering to loosening oil. An air hammer, also known as an air chisel, is a pneumatic hand tool used to carve in stone and to break or cut metal objects apart. It is designed to accept different tools depending on the required function. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Natasha Nabila binti Nur Mahdi. My matrix numbers is AP190356 and I will explain about excavating and adding earth. Excavating. The definition of excavating is the process of removing earth to form a cavity in the ground. Excavating may be carried by manual tools such as shovels and wheelbarrows. It also can be carried out by large excavation tools like bulldozers and backhoes. The purpose of excavation works are: first, cut and fill; second, trench; third, bridge; and fourth, dredging. Cut and fill. Cut and fill is the process of excavation where the material that is cut or struck. The removed topsoil and earth can be used as fill for embankments, elevated section, and so on. Trench is an excavation in which the land greatly exceeds the depth. Shallow trenches usually considered to be less than 6 meter depth. Bridge is involved in the removal of material for the footing and abutment of bridge. The work may be subdivided into wet, dry, and rock excavation. And lastly, dredging. Dredging is the process of excavating and removing sediment and debris from below water level, typically from the bottom of lakes, rivers, harbors, and so on. Next is adding earth. The earth used for adding shall be free from all roots, grass, shrubs, rank vegetation, brushwood, trash, sapling, and rubbish. Raising the grade. Grading in construction is the work of ensuring level base or one with specified slope. For example, foundation. The base cost for a road, a railway, landscape, and garden improvements or surface drainage.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Zazli bin Azim. Today I will talking about moving earth. For introduction, the exploration earth moving machine is used to indicate industrial machine used to perform any operation requiring earth movement, include earth modeling, generally for construction or territorial management purpose, for excavation and relief work. Firstly, a conveyor system is a common piece of mechanical handling equipment that moves materials from one location to another. Conveyors are especially useful in application involving the transportation of heavy or bulky materials. Next, earth mover is one of the most important equipment which is used for construction purpose. Regardless of the type of construction, these heavy-duty machines are used for moving earth, pushing material, digging and leveling earth. These are various types of machines which are used for this purpose, such as excavator, grader, bulldozer, and backhoes. Besides this, trucks are used in construction sites to carry the material in largest quantities from one site to another site or to the dump yard. Generally, in big construction sites, off-road dump trucks are used. This off-road dump truck contain large wheel with huge space for material, which enable them to carry huge quantity of material in any type of ground condition. Next, disposing of earth. Earth is used for builder make wall, floor and roof, using earth as a construction material with wood and stone, bamboo and many kinds of plant and animal fibers. Earth is used with fire brick and lime to millions of these buildings are still occupied in all corners of the world. Lastly, is dump. This dumping has causing risk to human health and environment. This time between the project location and landfill site idle, the construction to dispose in legal landfill. The construction intend to maximize profit by avoiding transportation costs and payment charges to gazette the landfill. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Hanifah Azwani, and I will explain about the finishing earthwork and earth ingredients. What is finishing work in construction? Finishing work is a fine job in building construction process where it forms the beauty of a building. Several types of finishes can be used based on the materials used, environmental conditions, and cost. Firstly, washing rocks. Washing rocks is a category of gravel that comes in many shapes and sizes and is ideal for both functional and decorative projects. Generally, ranging in size from a half inch to high inches in size, washrock can be crushed or rounded and is most commonly used in the following ways. Trimming. Secondly, trimming holes is used for incorporating holes and openings into a workpiece which have a wide range of shapes and sizes. Trimming involves removing surplus material from the workpiece. Third, compacting, removing air. Compaction is a process that brings about an increase in soil density or unit weight, accompanied by a decrease in air volume. There is usually no change in water content. The degree of compaction is measured by dry unit weight, depends on the water content and compactive effort. Fourth, grading leveling. Grading is an important step that's carried out prior to construction that helps to prevent water from flowing towards the foundations of new house. Builders will generally try to create a grade sloping away from the foundations of the house. Though this can be difficult if the site is particularly piece of land. Leveling the ground for this purpose is achieved using what's known as a builder's auto leveler, more commonly referred to as a dumping level. This instrument measures the height of 2 points on a horizontal plane, allowing the builder to measure whether a bit of ground is level or not. Leveling will also be carried out on any other areas that need to be leveled, such as paths and driveways. Next, for earth ingredients, there are 3 ingredients. First, rock. Rock is the hard, solid material all around us. Huge masses of rock make up the solid part of earth, but rocks come in smaller sizes to form boulders and pebbles to sand and clay. Second, soil. Soil is loose material found on the earth's surface. It consists mostly of rock and mineral particles, but soil also contains the remains of plant and animal life known as organic matter. There are many different kinds of soil. The soil's rock and mineral particles play a big role in those differences. Third, mixture. Mixture means that mixing concrete is simply defined as the complete blending of the materials which are required for the production of homogeneous concrete. The successful mixture can be achieved without the proper batching of all materials. Batching is the process of weighing or volumetrically measuring and introducing into the mixer the ingredients for a batch of concrete. Thank you.